described as the seventh demon in Ars Goetia. It was a brand burned into the flesh by the devil himself, and yet Cain still secures himself a wife. That does put a smile on my face. They all loaded their donkeys and returned to a fabled island where witches gathered, and though he tried to save the lives of the Book of Enoch, women, according to Kramer, were more. And so Marway spoke of Satan's explicit foundational narrative: angels,
demons, deities, spirits, Lilith, witchcraft, God, legends.
Hey, David here, the voice behind the Legends of History. It's kind of refreshing to speak to you all directly for once. I feel like we never get to talk, and maybe that's just the nature of the content I produce, but maybe a video like this is long overdue. Let me start off by saying this isn't going to be one of those poor me YouTube videos where I ask for donations or ask for your help. To be honest, you guys have done more than enough for me over the years, and as hard as it is for me to say, lately I feel like I've been letting you down. The landscape of content creation has changed drastically in the last year. In a niche that was filled with earnest content creators bringing you legends, stories, and dark historical oddities, has been absolutely swamped by everyone's new best friend,
AI.
Has the advent of AI kind of come along and eaten this channel's dog food?
Now, don't get me wrong. AI can be a really helpful tool, and whilst it can equip the average person to suddenly become a content creator, it's oversaturated our little niche. I mean, literally, everyone is pretty much a historical YouTuber now. Now, this isn't sour grapes. I understand this is the price of progress, and that shift happens. But in my efforts to keep up with channels that can pump out 3, 4, sometimes even 5 videos a day, I started sipping from AI too. To reassure you, I've never used AI for research. Every video I've ever made has been researched and written entirely by me. And for the past 2 years, I've aimed to always make my sources available in the video description. But in my efforts to outpace the surge of AI channels, maybe I've just become one of them. Back in the day, we sourced artwork and used online images to effectively create modern slideshows. Then we started hiring real artists, whose work you're probably familiar with by now. We incorporated different styles of bringing the old stories to life with the classic parchment paper and desk. And then we started bringing out the big guns with fully animated projects. Then I just kind of stopped evolving, and that's on me. AI can now pretty much produce the same videos I make, and they can do it in half the time. From what I've watched, these videos are never really researched. They pretty much appear to just take a ChatGPT script, run it through a voice generator, and bam, there's your video. But the worst thing is that this formula kind of works. Why else would these people be doing this? But look, I'm not here to dump on AI channels. I mean, everyone's got to make a living, right? My concern is that my style is no longer my style. In fact, looking at some of the comments, people have labelled my recent stuff as AI slop, and to be honest, I don't blame them. Now, I know a lot of you don't even watch my videos and are content to just listen to them. But looking at my recent views, it's clear that a lot of you have not only found the content visually stale, but you've actually just stopped watching altogether. In my arrogance and unwillingness to do more, I just blame the algorithm. I even made up a conspiracy in my head that YouTube was out to get me and was actively hiding me from my viewers. I think this was the easy way out for me, a way in which I could keep doing the bare minimum and not have to evolve to the next level. And again, that's on me. So what am I going to do about all this? First, my priority is to distance myself away from AI as much as I possibly can. I can't afford for viewers to skip over my videos because they think they're artificially generated. This means no more AI art and a ton more animation made by real animators who love this type of content and who put their heart and soul into every piece. Of course, this will unfortunately result in a much more reduced upload schedule, at least until we get back on track and have the budget to once again produce more content. Secondly, you'll probably be seeing more of my avatar. I think it's important to establish the Legends of History not as another history mythology channel, but for what it really is. Just a guy in an office who wants to share the ancient tales with you, and in his own way, bring them to life. I can imagine this being in the form of some thumbnails to distinguish the brand, or appearing in little animated skits depending on the subject of the episode. Thirdly, and this is the most drastic, but I've truly come to believe that the age of faceless channels is coming to an end for a lot of creators. If I want this channel to stand out and move on to the next level, I can't allow myself to go down with the ship. Which is why you'll probably be seeing a little bit more of me. Now, I know what you're gonna say. Why doesn't your talking voice look like it belongs to your actual face? I don't know, but this is what I look like, so you guys are just gonna have to deal with it. It's one thing I can't quite change. In any case, I'm not going to be appearing in the videos too much. I've always maintained that I want the videos to be about the subject, not about me. But I'll be spliced in here and there to give that, I don't know, human credibility, if you will. You probably won't see me in the fully animated projects because, well, if you've seen Gilgamesh, you know the animation speaks for itself. But for the more general videos, my ugly mug will probably show itself here and there. But yeah, that's where we're at. This is my 3-step plan to getting back to feeling good about making content again, and to bring you guys something that we can all enjoy. So in spite of that underhanded thumbnail, this isn't goodbye. It's more like a goodbye to mediocrity and stagnation, and hello to a new Legends of History. Furthermore, in an effort to connect with you guys more and share ideas, I'm now opening the Discord to everyone, where we can talk about history, mythology, probably Cain, seeing as everyone loves him so much. You guys can also suggest video ideas there, and maybe we can even craft a few together. Check the link in the comments below. We also share cats. So before I go, I want to end this video on a positive note. Yes, the state of content creation is going through hard times, but I'm excited for what the future holds, and I want to share some of that excitement with you. Now, some of you might have seen the Odyssey trailer I put out recently. This is going to be a fully animated retelling of the epic Greek tale. But there's something else that my art team and I have been chipping away at for the last 2 years. Behold. They came from the sky. They took our wives. They gave us weapons. And then came their children. You have wrought great destruction on the earth, and you shall have no peace nor forgiveness. And inasmuch as you delight yourselves in your actions, the murder of your loved ones shall you see. You will be bound beneath the desert, and though you may beg and plead for eternity, mercy and peace shall you never attain. Who are you that you would lecture us? My name is Enoch.